aggressively and drawing attention. And understandably, despite some early issues, continuing to play forward, and they won a lot of fights as a result, because that already draws a lot of attention. And if you are landing charms consistently, your team does have very good opportunities to
Yeah.
follow up in those fights, and Kabum did just that.
Yeah, and I do think you need that pick potential if you want to play with Jinx. I think that's important here. And Jinx, this go around for red up there, no longer for Desave, but still has a little bit of that pick potential in tow for themselves this go around. You got um, you got the Twisted Fate with the gold card coming through. You got the J4 in there as well. So in a lot of ways, this is both sides kind of switching comps a little bit here. Now, if you're wondering what Kabum's comp is, from the get-go, if you're first picking Trundle, you're trying to create space. That's what that says. Oh, Jojo in with the level 1. Teton just wants to Save, I guess. I don't know what's going on there. He's walking up like he's got somebody with him, but this is the 1v1. Are they going to fight? No, they're not going to fight. The Rocket just nailing Desave a little bit there, a little bit of damage, but nothing comes of it. Jojo not super safe right there.
House with the backup
Yeah.
there, but there's not, it's not an Ari this time around, so you aren't really bringing that poke onto Jojo.
Not a
So
ton of range.
unless Skrull wants to really kind of go all in there on the Renata, not much going to happen. All
I
right.
was
Well,
making a point. What was the point I was making? Kabum's comp. Right. So from the get-go, they drafted Trundle, drafted Leona right there. That says to me they're trying to create space. From then out, from the draft from them, it's all about what are they creating space for, right? They followed up with the Zaya, very much trying to kite backwards, very safe, but high lethality in the early game, lots of poke damage. From there, it was all about the solo lanes. Hey, what are we creating space for here? What is this Trundle, this Leona trying to push away from? It's got to be big solo queue, high damage champions, and they come through with the Gangplank, they come through with the Akali. Perfect, right? Front to back, great stuff. Lots of space for those champions to make things happen, and they should have a pretty good game here if they don't get picked. Skuro, tons of damage going forward.
Want a little piece there of the red bottom lane. Does get a little bit of damage onto Teton and Jojo, and Jojo looking to step forward, maybe get a little bit of poke here onto Desave and Skuro. The one good thing here for the red bottom lane is they do have the CS lead right now. Desave will be able to even that up for the most part once this wave crashes into his tower. Meanwhile, both junglers heading up towards the top side. Important to note, Parang does have the push here in the early game once again. And key to note, Aegis in behind. That's going to be a stun onto Parang here from Guigo. Parang looking for some damage and a beautiful trade back there from the GP. But Aegis has arrived, and it's big trouble here for Parang. Flag and drag available. Parang, beautiful flash. Oh, but Aegis with the follow. The flash into the bush gets the stun. Wiz here to try and secure the safety of his top laner. Will not be able to do so, but can he trade back a kill? Guigo very low. Is going to get munched down by Wiz, so it's a 1-for-1 trade in top, and just Aegis's flash there to follow into the bush. Chef's kiss from the Red Canids jungler.
Yeah, no, that's really well played there. Great job from Aegis. Let's just clear the air right now here, Yeso, because I've been calling Prime one of the best top laners in the league for a long time now. This is cheese from Red. Aegis starting blue side, starting top side, any jungler, that's just cheese. He full clears top side, gets all three of those camps immediately up in the top lane. Call it what it is. It's cheese. They're trying to cheese Parang out for the early kill here. This, if anything, is a triumph from Wiz, right? Because he's starting normally. He's bot side, right? He's taking his second buff as this is happening, and he stops taking, he takes it finally, smites it down, and is able to respond here and trade back the kill. That is top-notch jungling from Wiz. Very good look. Love to see it. Another fight up top side here. Wiz with the dive. Wow.
It's multiple tower shots just to try and throw down the pillar to help Parang secure a kill. Guigo will get out of trouble. And that's quite a bit of a health investment there from Wiz to try and get that kill, and it doesn't quite pay off here. Parang, at the very least, going to maybe look for a plate. Wiz stepping back in here. They want the dive onto Guigo. Parang needs to take early tower aggro. Will be able to do so, and down goes the Red Canids top laner.
Yeah, it wasn't a great dive to start off with. I won't fault Wiz for it, though. I would have sworn on my life, so that some of those minions were in range of that turret, and they just weren't. And yeah, Wiz just kind of walked into turret range, and the turret was like, "What's this? A troll? Okay, cool. Yeah, we can free hit the troll." And Wiz is like, "Come on, man. They're definitely in range. Like, you can see them." But no, it was almost like those old Western cartoons where the cowboy like shoots a hole around the bad guy in a ring. It was like that. The minions were just outside the range, just like that. So it was unfortunate there, but they are able to follow it up and get the dive down. In another incredible triumph there for Wiz. Once again, just very, very good. World-class jungler here, and doing so well in the Trundle already. But they're looking for the Dragon now, trying to set that up. Still watching up topside here as Guigo is teleported back into lane. Yeah, I was gonna say, let's go watch down this bot side, see what's going on with this dragon here.
Yeah,
It's
Desave
roaming Leona.
getting that wave pushed into his tower. The Leona on her way back down to the bottom lane. And just important to note, it seems like Red, not really content with the way that the top lane matchup played out in game one. The Ornn was available this time around, but it seems like they, wanted to try and, not only put Parang further behind, but have a pick that can be more of a side lane threat that can maybe match up better into that GP in the mid and late game. And so, you're hoping to maybe run over this early game a little harder and put Parang behind. And despite all that, while they did get that early kill, this early game has not gone the way that I think Red was hoping here in the top side. So we'll have to see if they put continued focus up towards that GP. Aegis was looking to get in behind the Kabum bottom lane, but spotted out here. So Skuro and Desave will be safe, but Aegis able to just easily turn over towards this Infernal Drake priority from his bottom lane, gives them first access to the river, and there is no Kabum Crocodile waiting for Red Canids here, and they will secure the first Drake of game two.
I'll tell you, it's a tragedy, I'll say, for Guigo and Aegis here, because they were doing so well on the support staff in game one. On that Volibear, that's a great ward. Look at that. And Grevthar's going to back right off. Yep. Look at this. This is wasting a lot of time from Skuro and Wiz. That's a really nice ward there from Grevthar. All right, I got to stop getting sidetracked when I'm trying to make these points. Yeah, they're playing a really nice support staff, really nice front line. They get the early kill off onto Parang with the Volibear Ornn combination. It's just, and I'm going to say this as nicely as I can, Grevthar just wasn't pulling his weight in game one. They were looking for the carry potential there in the center, and it feels weird to say. He had a great KDA, right? He was like 4-1 or something on the laning phase, right? As good as you can help for any Victor, but late game, just not cutting the mustard. He's getting picked. He's not dealing a lot of damage. Things are falling apart for them there. So here in game two, they're like, you know what? We can't have you on that role anymore. We got to get some carry potential out of Guigo and get a little bit more damage out of Aegis. So yeah, Grevthar is on yellow card duty here. He's on roam duty here on the Twisted Fate. He's trying to push waves back into Sakali on cooldown there. And yeah, it sucks to see him have to make this adaptation, but at least they're trying things.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an important point to make that you can be, as fed as possible on a carry pick, but if you are getting pretty much instantly deleted at the start of fights and not contributing in those team fights, you might as well have no kills. So ultimately, Grevthar on the TF this time around, as we're going to get a fight in the top side. That's going to be Guigo taking down Wiz, but Grevthar with the ultimate to his peril as House will take him down. Now onto Aegis here. That's going to be a double kill for House's Akali. Red Canids thought that they could get something going in this fight, but they get punished for it. Now Guigo fighting with House. Jojo has arrived for the assist. A lot of damage here onto the Akali. Will burn down from the Ignite. Not quite. House will survive. What a fight.
Yeah, what a fight, right? That's a close one. And surprised for sure to see Red falter like this, right? It looks so good for him to get the pick down onto Wiz. It just takes them a really long time, sprawling fight through the river there, trying to get this kill on the Trundle. Let's check this out, right? So they find Wiz. They're like, all right, 2v1, we got him. We got him in the ultimate, we got him in the Cataclysm. He flashes out. They chase him down with the flag and drag, get him down. Great, right? 2v3, everything's going well. We got the numbers. Oh no, Grevdar's gone. Now it's 2v2. All right, now it's 2v3. What happened? And Aegis is down. Guigo is saying, yeah, I'm out of here. But yeah, it's about that roaming Leona that we were talking about. The very first 2 picks from Kabum, that Trundle Leona combination. You could see why they always have the numbers advantage, right? They always have those numbers advantages in the even in the top side of the map, with Skuro roaming up all the way to there. And yeah, I think picking Wiz is a good way to start the fight there for Red, but you got to keep in mind he's not the carry, right? He's just really good at enabling his team, and if it comes at the cost of letting Kabum members free hit you, deal a ton of damage for free, then it's not super worth getting the pick down on this Trundle. Might happen again here.
Yeah, Wiz gonna take quite a bit of damage here, trying to walk away. That ultimate gonna make him pretty beefy. Super Mega Death Rocket going to knock him down as Aegis able to clean up the kill. And now Teton, excited, will walk right into the mid lane. A very interesting flip of game number 1. The first 10 to 15 minutes of game 1 was neutral objectives to Kabum, but fights to Red Canids. And, you know, barring that last pick onto Wiz, the early game this time around has been neutral objectives in favor of Red, fights in favor of Kabum. So we'll have to see which of these teams can be the Kabum of game 2, because Kabum just ran over the late game team fight. So, and the Baron steals were pretty clutch as well.
Oh yeah, the positioning, all the picks were there for Kabum, and I'm excited to see if Red can do the same, right? If they can get the picks down onto Kabum, if Kabum will make the same positioning errors, they've set themselves up for success, right? With this space comp that they've drafted, because all of these pick tools, all the pick potential has to make its way through the Leona and the Trundle to get onto any of these carries. And even then, some of these carries you're getting onto are things like Xayah, which are in the same like echelon of Ezreal. Is like, okay, cool, I got within 10 feet of Ezreal. Wait, where did he go? And he's not here anymore. I can't track him down. Nothing is working, right? 3v3 here, bot
Wiz
lane.
with the perfect flank timing. The teleport's on his way. Skrull's going to go down, but it might be a turnaround here for Kabum. But Grevdar has ulted down here. Jojo secures the kill onto Wiz. Well played from Red Canids. It's a
Very
2-for-0.
Oh yeah, the ultimate there from Grevthar, super clutch. I like this Grevthar a lot better than I do Victor Grevthar. I know he likes Victor. I know he likes the, control mages, the big flashy guys like Ryze, stuff like that. But man, oh man, a CBLOL Twisted Fate gets me going like nothing else. You get the roams down, the man advantage, the gold card comes out, and that's just a fight. That's the win. And they get the dragon off of it to another hex map. Yay! So this is my series. This is my time to shine. I love it, man.
They knew you were gonna be here today, Axeman, and they just wanted to deliver everything that you were asking for. And so far, a couple of hex maps is exactly what the doctor ordered. Another fight there for Red Canids. They now lead in kills, but the objectives possibly turning towards Kabum here. Another plate there for the Save and Wiz, but Aegis is down here. Flank positioning from Skuro, but I don't know that it's going to be enough. House with no teleport. Here they come. That's going to be the Featherstorm from Desavi. They will back away. 3v3 here as Wiz walks back up into the river. But Aegis still wants this. Wiz just walking away. The emote there from Aegis as it moves bottom lane backs off. That's going to be the Rift Herald dropped here. And that's going to secure some more plates on the side of Red Canids. Wiz still in the area. Wants to defend this tower. And they will be able to do so. Good chunk there. Out of the bot lane, tier 1, and Wiz gonna maybe walk right into Aegis. Beautiful pillar, but here comes the Cataclysm as the Save lockdown, but a flash out of trouble is beautiful. Oh, Aegis is burning, but it's not gonna be enough. The shield will keep him alive, and Wiz is still in the bottom lane.
Yeah, he's still down there, right? He's still full health too, and that's a close one. I think that's W shield from J4 that saved them, but I think they're still gonna get this turret to Save with the cleanse.
Oh, the rockets! And Greftar finishes him off. The Save gonna fall, and Red Canids They're winning this early game. Red card up here from Grefthar, but House has arrived.
Oh
And there's some low
boy.
health bars here for Jojo and Teton. Flashing from
Oh!
House, looking for the kunai. Lots of damage from the Akali, and down goes House. Or, excuse me, House gets the kill. Down goes Teton.
Yep, for sure here. Parang up too far once again. Might get caught out. Think he's going to be okay.
Yeah,
Maybe?
flash away, but Aegis with the follow. Parang not healthy
Oh,
enough. Hextech ultimatum will sign his death warrant, and Guigo grabs another.
yeah, that's a pretty damning set of ultimates there to get ganked by. He completes his Hullbreaker on the reset, but yeah, the Hextech Ultimatum, the Cataclysm are not things you can really escape from. So not super good for him there. Aegis, this was a turnaround moment for him about 3 minutes ago. They just brought up a graphic, but I'm not sure. Is he going Zanya's? So okay, so he's got a cloth armor, so he's flirting with Zanya's. But we'll see if he connects with that one. It should be on next reset. We'll see if he's going for that item. That's APJ4. It's what you should build, but there's been some hesitancy, right? There's been some resistance there, but it is so strong, so powerful. But we'll see if he connects with that one. Meanwhile, down bot side, it looks like they're swapping up the lanes here a little bit. Bot lane's into mid lane to top lane to bot lane here. So Parang down the bot lane with Guigo. How's up top side here is playing around with Aegis for the time being while Grevthar makes his way out. Uses that Hextech gate. Let's go, Yeso.
That is what we like to see, Axeman. Getting around the map, using the tools at your disposal. Skrull going to clean out a ward there. Wiz in the area. And while we saw a split, we saw a split of the neutral objectives in game one. It was the Drakes for Kabum and the Heralds for the side of Red Canids. Red Canids have taken all the neutral objectives here in the first 16 minutes. Both Drakes, both Rift Heralds. And they do lead now in kills. Rift Herald dropped in the top lane, and while there are no more plates available, they will secure a tower here as Tao is going in deep into mid lane. Gonna dash away from Grevthar. That aggression will secure the mid lane tier 1 for the side of Kabum, but House felt like he was playing a little too far forward there as the ultimate from Parang up to the top lane will help clear out a wave, but it will not save that tower.
Yeah, so Red, if you're Kabum, you're thinking, okay, cool, we're losing top lane turrets, that's cool, but we're getting this mid lane turret right back, and it just took them so long. So mid lane turret, ultimately important, right? More important than the side lane turrets, but there's just something about losing your whole side lane for one outer mid turret it just hurts a little bit differently. And yeah, Parang most money in the game, followed up very quickly by Teton. So a close match to be sure. Parang going to be able to delete kids here, but not for another 10 minutes here, Yeso. And meanwhile, Teton's going to be very strong as they approach 2 items. Looking for the 3rd dragon. Hextech Soul is real nuts, and the Hextech Dragons aren't too bad either, so you got to fight over these ones. Grevthar channels the ultimate. Is there a way in?
Here, that's the ultimate from Grevthar. They're going to be able to take out the Leona, and they've also secured the Drake. What more can they get? The Renata ultimate, beautiful, hits everybody there on Kabum. It's a double kill for Grevthar, and now they're looking to take down Desave. The Zaya not going to escape as Teton grabs his 3rd, and it's all Red Canids in game 2.
And this was my biggest issue with House going for that dive earlier. It's not that you're diving with the Kali. You could dive with the Kali, right? I don't care. The thing is, you're burning your ultimate without your jungler there that's supposed to be creating space for you, and you're using it to create your own space. I think that's a waste of resources, and we see it come to a head here. There's no ultimate for House. He gets the E in onto the jungler, takes Aegis super low, but he just flag and drags away, and all your mobility's gone. Nothing you can do, and removing that solo lane carry from this fight for your team, you can't play the game that way, right? You drafted all this support staff. You got to be the one to get in there to carry. And if you had your ultimate up, you would have been able to. It was on cooldown for that fight. So we go. Maybe caught out here. How's in.
Ooh, a lot of damage though initially from Guigo onto House. Skuro is here with a teleport response from Grefthar. Means they have to
Oh,
back away. And guess what? The rest of Red Canids are here as well. Guigo's health bar low, but his House goes gold. That's going to be a
gee.
shutdown there. Skuro soon to follow. Jojo may be looking for the kill, but Aegis will be able to secure it. The Flamengo emote there as he falls, and Red Canids grab another kill. They're up 13-6. They have their eyes set on these mid lane towers. They need to get the wave pushed, but with two key members down here for the side of Kabum, they're just going to start bleeding structures.
You know, there's a lot of big dopamine hits, I think, for all the roles in League of Legends, but one of the bigger ones for support especially is when somebody tries to int to you to mitigate, you know, the damage it's doing to them, and you just press the S key, and the S key, of course, stands for stare, and you just kind of look at them, and you're like, yeah, yep, come over here. This is working for sure, and your carry kills them. You're like, yeah, didn't even work on me. Not close whatsoever, but good on JoJo there. Gives it over to, I believe, Aegis picks up that kill top side. And House, once again, this time has Skuro there. And, you know, I think that's not so much like a team fight related issue. That's just kind of like going in with the ultimate and not quite having the damage to pile on. And, yeah, not being able to convert. Guigo's pretty tanky at this stage of the game, even though doesn't have a lot of MR. And not really going to be able to assassinate the Camille.
So S for stare, and I've been told D for dance, I believe. So I will keep those in mind next time I play a game of League. Axeman, I will remember that one. 20 minutes in Baron on the table. Kabum looking to get some gold here as Aegis and Jojo up in the top lane, ready to respond to any sort of aggression there onto Grefthar. Now they're going to clear out Vision in the topside river. Parang, the early game looked good, but the mid and late game GP has not quite materialized just yet. 1-3-3 scoreline for Parang here. Just looking to farm up as much as he can, looking to improve that income and hoping his team can stall out so he can become that late game threat that we know the GP can be. Meanwhile, Red Can is just trying to steal away whatever jungle they can, try and starve out Wiz on this Trundle. And they're going to continue to contest around this bread buff. They know how strong they are, and they know if Kabum commit the resources that they can likely win the fight, as that's going to be Skrull onto Aegis here. A lot of damage. Stun over the wall, not going to land, but here comes the flank from Parang. They're going to be able to take out Aegis, but it will cost Parang his life, and they're looking for more. Grefthar gets that kill, but Kabum get another back. They take down Jojo. Grefthar was able to get out of trouble. Pillar will not lock him in the river, but Kabum is turned on to the Baron here, and this is well timed. There's no smite steal here. 15 seconds left on Aegis' respawn, and they're just trying to zone away Grefthar as Grefthar just trying to be as annoying as possible, but Guigo on his way. Super Mega Death Rocket will miss, and Kabum forced to back off of the Baron here.
I kind of miss abilities like that having collision with the Baron, just because it's really funny when you try to go for the guess and they weren't going for it at all and just kind of smacks into him and he's a little confused. But yeah, no, that's once again here, Mondo flank from Parang starting off that fight. And even though, you know, he's like 3v1 or something like that, is still able to get the kill down onto Aegis, create a bunch of space for his team. And they take the team fight handily here. Unfortunately for them, Red first move back on the map does get them onto this dragon. They're trying to take it down, this dragon soul here, Yeso. They got
Kabum
it.
is here for the fight, but the soul's going to go down before the fight even starts. Skuro into the team, but immediately gets taken out, and Kabum running for the hills, but they're locked down in the Cataclysm. Aegis doing all of the work here. House soon to fall. Desave running as fast as he can, but the rest of his team is dead, and his life is forfeit. It's a clean ace for the side of Red Canids. They're going to take the Baron and likely soon to take the game.
Very soon, right? It could be sooner. I don't think they lose the game off of this play. They certainly could if that wave was in a correct position. Luckily for Kabum, the wave is way back up under Red's turret, so they will have to play at least another couple team fights here before the game is over. But that is sheer luck from them, right? Maybe a little bit of a misplay from Red. Skuro out. Not going to talk about this one. I don't think it's going to matter. Here's the thing. Teton on Jinx, one of the best AD carries on one of the best, AD carry champions. He has the Hextech Soul. That is the biggest development here so far. This fight, honestly, I think it's just a misplay from Kabum. Dragon's gone for me, right? If you're a jungler, you team fight for one reason only, and I am a jungler, and that's over objectives. The objective's gone, Yeso. I'm not fighting. That's what we were fighting over. I'm out. We're gone. No, they lose the dragon, go for the team fight regardless, and honestly, I don't think it's a good play. But yeah, once again, back onto like Teton on Jinx with the Hextech Soul. I don't think you can win games like this, right? Or I don't think you can lose games like this, excuse me, if you're Teton. I think it's just way too powerful on your champion. I think he's way too strong, regardless, irrespective of the Dragon Soul. Here's 3 items with the IE, for goodness sake. Oh, man.
I was trying to get in onto Grevthar. The immediate
They're
response is there. Good bit of damage, and Kabum's still looking for this target, but they aren't going to be able to secure Guigo here to buy a lot of time. And yeah, Red Canids are breaking open the base. One thing to note, we did see the graphic on screen. In that last team fight, Teton did 3,800 damage. So that is a very terrifying Jinx here as Kabum are just trying to escort Red out of their base, but the mid-tier 2 will fall. How's able to recall the base to get some health back, but it may not matter.
Look at that lightning.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It's still so like thousands of damage. They're all like half health now. It's just a couple procs of that lightning there too, and that's so nuts, man. God, I love this soul. It's so cool, but be able to hit it with a zap too from Jinx, it's just way too strong, man.
Skurrow's dead. That's the Cataclysm on to 3, and the entire Kabum lineup is just deleted here. Teton so confident, rockets forward, takes out Desave. It's a quadra kill. Can they get the penta here for Teton? They're chasing House out of the base. House not gonna be the good guy, giving away the pentakill, and I don't blame him because the game is going to go to Red Canids here. Teton looking for the consolation penta. He still gets the penta. Unbelievable. Teton and Red Canids absolutely crush game 2.
That's how you play it. That to me is the most sportsmanlike way to play. You don't